From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen, so we may see all from within. Transformation. May wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done. From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum, Hunabku, Eva Maya, E Maho. Ayum, Hunabku, Eva Maya, E Maho. Ayum, Hunabku, Eva Maya, E Maho.
Mab Ku Evamaya E Maho. All hail the harmony of mind and nature. Welcome, welcome to Soul Purpose Healing. I'm Viata, your host. And if you're new to this channel, Soul Purpose Healing has been on the air in the ethers for almost 12 years now, starting at Blog Talk Radio and now YouTube. Gratitude for the creators, the universe, spirits, inspiration to bring you truth, to bring you love, to bring you light. And I'm ever so grateful to now have a channel that resonates with my lifestyle of tiny house village. And here is just a sample of my journey over the last 10 years or so. Welcome to Viata's Tiny House Village. Come on in. I love rocking with that beat because tonight we're celebrating the new moon, which is dark. That's why I'm wearing my black and white tonight, because we're looking at the dark moon right now, which represents for many the new moon. But I was under a teaching by a brother in Indiana for a long time, and he always taught that the new moon was actually when it's full. And I always loved that teaching because it represented the fullness of birth. Like when a woman gives birth, the full baby comes out. But traditionally, and with most beliefs, we look at the new moon as starting to wax. It waned into darkness. We're in the dark mode right now, but tonight, the moon is going to start getting brighter. So I want to encourage you to get brighter with the moon. That is what that 7 galactic prayer is all about. All hail the harmony of mind and nature. Nature says the moon right now is dark, but it's waxing starting tonight. It's going to be getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And the scripture says the path of the righteous is like the morning sun. It gets brighter and brighter and brighter. And tonight we're celebrating a moon that's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And so tonight, think about overcoming fear and anger is about getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And tonight, let me share this with you. Before the show, I had to take a walk. I walked outside, and I've been inside all day because I've been fasting. I'm doing a 3-day fast of no food to give my teeth a break from chewing. And so I've just been chilling inside, listening to meditative music, relaxing, stretching. I walk outside and oh my goodness, you have to go to my Facebook page to see the lines in the sky. They were like, yikes, they're attacking me, they're attacking me. And so there was a time when I would look up and say, oh my goodness, what are they doing? They're trying to kill us. They're poisoning us. Why are they doing this? And then I would get angry because even in Florida, there was a law passed that said no more chemtrails. July 1st took effect. No more chemtrails. No more lines in the sky. Here we are, September 21st, and we still see lines in the sky. Because DARPA, D-A-R-P-A, that's a military arm of the government, says, no, we're going to continue doing what we do. You pass your laws. So, but on my walk, and you have to go to my Facebook page or my TikTok account to see the live video I did that showed my transformation from fear and anger to, hello, tree, you are my protection. And you look up and see all these green leaves and you see all these branches and they cover the sky. They hide the sky from all the lines that were just crazy today, crazy tonight. And no fear, no anger, because nature, all hail the harmony of mind and nature, says, we're going to protect you. Don't worry about it. We'll protect you. And then, not to mention, I still have a wasp that flies in here every day, almost every day. He goes the path to the window. Hey, I'm here. Let me out. Somehow he's coming through the sides of my ceiling panels or something, and they got a nest going up there. I think you've heard this. But he comes in, she comes in every day, goes to the window where there's light, and then I say, okay, you ready to go? And I get my little cup, put him in there, and go, out you go. And it's the same pattern every day. That's the harmony of mind and nature. It's like, no fear, this wasp is not here to harm me or sting me or cause me pain. This wasp is here to remind me of my protection. So I share that with you, that you also can raise your vibration, evolve into a mental harmony with nature that says nature is not going to harm us. If we express love and appreciation and gratitude for nature, it will protect us, guide us, teach us, and so much more. So welcome, welcome to Viada's Tiny House Village. Tonight, let's go, let go of fear and anger. When we have a mind that is in harmony with nature, the fear and anger has to go, because fear and anger are low vibration, low frequency, low energy. And when you remember harmony with this master computer, the computer up here, the command center is here, that directs everything in our life, that lets go of fear and anger. And realizing too, this is one more thing before I get into Dr. Mumbai is going to introduce us to this energy of equinox and new moon. But I read in Louise Hay's book, Heal Your Body, which I've shown many times on Friday. I was in the back of her book just scanning through her spinal cord chart, and she reminded me that the two mental energies that cause disease, she says there's only two mental energies that really contribute to disease, are fear and anger. Hmm. And that, I believe, is why I started my republished book with the question, what are you afraid of? That's the first sentence in my new book, is what are you afraid of? Because when I'm talking about breast cancer in my book and disease in general, prostate cancer and all that, the question that we have to ask ourselves is, what are you afraid of? Because if you hold on to that fear, the body is less likely to overcome your dis-ease, whatever it is, because the body can't heal when you're in a low frequency of fear, anger, hate, disease. See, all these people expressing hate right now for various reasons, if they stay in that mode, they'll be in the hospital. So I'm just ready to just share every day, and I'm doing more live on TikTok and more live on Facebook about letting go of these emotions that contribute to dis-ease. So tonight, that's what we're going to work on, because of the fall equinox change, which is reminding us it's going to get colder in the United States. And if you're carrying low frequency emotions like fear and anger, and the cold winter hits your body's going to be adjusting to the change in temperature. And if you're in a love mode, like who is this saying? Okay, Robert Young is here. He says, this is it. He says, love casts out fear. So when you get up to love mode and stay there, there's no fear of disease, no fear of pandemics, COVID, my viruses, blah, 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 blah. Here it comes, because it's flu season and they're offering free flu shots at CVS, Walgreens, everywhere I go. Free flu shots, yay. And that's because people's bodies are going to be in a mode to get symptoms of flu, runny nose, fever, all that. But if you get up to the love energy, like he says, love cast out fear. Thank you, Robert Young, for joining us and for reminding. He said, great show. You look super spiritual. Like, thank you, my dear. I'm feeling super spiritual because of my walk this evening, where I just looked up the sky and said, the trees are here. Get out of here. So thank you for joining me as we together collectively push out the fear and anger and move in the love energy, love energy. So Dr. Mumbai, who's in Kenya, one of my favorite spiritual teachers, is going to give us an introduction to this season of autumn or fall equinox, however you want to describe it. And I'm going to pause her video at some points and just give my uh, peace of mind, 2 cents, whatever, to elaborate on what the message she's bringing, which is really good, and to help us all be on the same vibration tonight, evolving out of the fear and anger, because this is making use of this period of time. I think she calls it a magical time. Making use of the magical powers, she says, of today's new moon. And it is today. It started at, I think it went dark at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock this afternoon. And so we are in the dark moon, but tonight it will be waxing to white. And that's why I brought out my white. We're going to leave the dark moon, the black dark moon, and go into a light, a light. And as she explains, it's magical. It's a new moon partial solar eclipse in supernatural September, she calls it. So let's listen to her. This is a really short video. And she's got a new face on her because maybe she did some plastic surgery or something, because she was in a serious accident. And she even moved from her former location where she was because of the energy surrounding that accident that was really dark. So I love her new look, but she seems to be a lot slimmer. So let us listen to the summary of Dr. Mumbai's The Magical Powers of Today's Epic Moon.
Greetings, family, and welcome to Dr. Mumbi Spirituals. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. Well, happy new moon, family. Today is the new moon in Virgo, and it also happens to be a partial solar eclipse. And then tomorrow is going to be the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere, which makes it the southern equinox here. And basically what that means is that the sun will be exactly above, like perfectly above the equator, not too much to the left, not too much to the right, signaling brand new beginnings. So for us here on the motherland, and for us in the southern hemisphere, this in supernatural September, on top of that, this is such a significant day and season to plant the new in our lives, family. To plant, to seed the new things that we want to manifest in our lives, be it wealth, be it love, be it harmony, be it, power, be it strength, be it health, be it renewal of vitality, whatever it is, family. Today is the perfect day to seed with your thoughts, with your words, and with your emotions the new that you want to come in, because I've been telling you, it's not just at your new moon of any new moon. We are in supernatural September, which makes it a significant new moon and new beginning for the ancient era and the ancient order that I've been telling you is now here among us.
So this might be a good time for you to start journaling, because as she says, this is the beginning of a very magical September, supernatural September. So whatever you have been struggling with, this is a time to overcome it and tap into this magical energy. And that might mean fasting, as I started a fast yesterday, so this is day 2, and I'm going to probably go 3 days of just not eating food, because my body starts talking to me when I eat too much food. And I had a piece of carrot cake that my son brought home, and my body started talking to me like, okay, they're going to slow down now, you're putting too much stuff in your body. So she is reminding us, get your pen and pencil out, get a journal, or at least in your mental and stay in your mastermind, start thinking about letting go, and starting something new and powerful.
The world that we knew is long gone.
Yay, yay. Are we celebrating the world that we knew is long gone? So that means something different for all of us, for each of us. That has to be a personal note in your brain, a personal memo for you right now. The world you knew is long gone. So expect a little chaos. I think that's why all this stuff with Charlie Kirk is going on, because the chaos around it, dividing people, hey, people hating this, blah, blah, blah. It's all a wake up call.
Like long gone, and a new dispensation is here amongst us. And so, family, wherever you are, whatever you're doing today, take the time individually for yourself to seed, to declare, to write down the affirmations, the newness that you want to manifest in your own life. Because remember, our thoughts and our emotions combine to create our experience. And if you are with your family, as a lot of you are on this Sunday, come together and make some affirmations for your own family. Seed newness in your own family together, family. And also take the time to declare the new things that you want to manifest in on the motherland, in Africa, and across, for all the global melanated people, family.
And I think for me and for us, if you're of the same mind, unity of mind and nature, one of the things we want is unity, whether it's in Africa among the people there, or even among your collective energy here in the United States, the people you hang out with, the people you love, the people you respect. Unity is what I feel is the desire for this country, especially because guess what? All this comedy with Charlie Kirk and all this drama that's like a show, a big clown show, is all about dividing the people, because that's exactly what's happened. Oh, he was a racist. Oh, he was a this. And then, no, he was a great person. He was a martyr, blah, blah, blah. It's all, see, they've done a great job of dividing us. Here we go. But as she says, now's the time for us to realize who is your enemy. It is not your redneck neighbor next door. Nope, they just need a little education on the history of people. And we all need to have more unity and realize who the real enemy is. And it's not your neighbor, it's not the people who you think you hate. We got a bigger enemy that's conducting the show right now with all kinds of crazy, insane propaganda.
Today is our day. Make the most of it, because it is our collective thoughts and emotions that will bring in the new. And I've been talking about how this supernatural September is all about the 999, and the next 999 day that is coming, which will be the 27th of September 2025, will actually anchor in and solidify all the intentions that you put in today, all the new things that you seed in your heart, in your mind, in your children's hearts and minds, and in the collective hearts and mind, will be now anchored in on that day. So make the most of this power day.
That just happens to be my older sister Trian's Earth birthday. September 27th, 1950, my older sister was born, and she gave me the most important lesson of my life about emotional intelligence. So that will be a very special day for me, and then for everyone, it'll be a 999, as she says. The September is a 9, the 27 is a 9, and then 2025 is a 9. So that day, put that on your calendar, is a day to tap into that 999. Whoa, it's going to be huge for energy, transformation, and power.
Make the most of tomorrow's Power Day, because what you seed today will bear fruit soon and very soon. Sending you so much love and light wherever you are. Greetings, family, and welcome to Dr. Mumbi Spirituals. My name is Dr.
So there you have Dr. Mumbai is introducing us to this powerful time that we're in. And I am so, so grateful for her and her survival, because, as I said, she really had a pretty bad accident and almost didn't live. So we're blessed to have her come back full and strong to give us an update, and to give us an update on the energy. And let's see, Robert Young says, absolutely. And let's see, it helps when you are focused on your purpose for being on the planet, less distractions. Thank you, Robert, for bringing that up, because if you're going to overcome the fear and anger, you need to know your purpose on this planet, so that you're not concerned about these man-made fears of lines in the sky, chemtrails, geoengineering. And one of the major thoughts that came to me today was, your purpose here is to learn the lessons. Now, that takes some study sometimes. That takes some meditation sometimes. Why am I here? Why did both my parents die before I reached the age of 12, let's say? What are the lessons for you? My nephew's son was on TikTok today with this long comment about his mother has mental illness and he struggles with depression. And I think he's only about 14, 15. And I was so impressed with his expression of his emotions. He was true to being his authentic self, expressing his emotions, which a lot of boys do not do. So cheers to my nephew's son, Zion, who really was very expressive. And I said to him, I'm so proud of you expressing your emotions. Now you need to talk to someone about that. Don't stuff it. Don't go back and stuff it after you just expressed. And he had this rap song or something that I didn't really care for, but it was for his moment to be letting out the frustration about his relationship with his mom and school and all these things. And that's what we have to encourage our youth to do. It's okay to express the hatred, but don't let it stay with you. Don't let it stay, because that's going to start affecting your cells. And let's see, we got another comment. My sister Zelda, Higher Learning Network. Anger is the acid that causes disease in the body. Enjoying the show from Indianapolis. That woman gets around. I'm telling you, she's from Chicago to Indianapolis. Thank you, my sister, for that comment, because people don't realize that the reason I promote emotional intelligence primarily is, if you hold on to hatred and anger, you're going to be the one affected by that energy, that negative, dark energy of hatred. I was on a app that someone introduced me to about making money, and you have to connect with all these people and be in their groups and all this, bio something. And there were so many F words on that in this group. F this, F that. And this was a younger generation. And I looked and I listened for a while, and I came in and somebody said, well, someone actually said something about you. Are you on your blood pressure medication? And for a minute, I was like triggered and taken aback. So, excuse me, are you talking to me? Well, I was the oldest one in the group. And they figured, I guess, I was on a bunch of medications. And I said, honey, listen, I don't take any medications. But I'm glad you are expressing yourself in that way. But it's like not me. And then they continued to F this, F that, F this, F that. So I got off of there and I thought, ooh, that's not for me. I don't need to be in any groups where the language they use most is F this, F that. Not for me. I would rather talk to have healthy conversations with friends who are not using the F word every other sentence. So whatever, no judgment, just discernment right away that, oh, that's not for me, not for me. Have a good day. Bye-bye, kids. See you later. So we're talking about anger being acid. Anger being, here's the thing that Zelda's pointing out. You have a pH scale of 5 point something, which is a pH of acid versus alkaline. So what Zelda's talking about is when you're in the pH of acid, that's the fear, the anger, the shame, the resentment, the hatred. It's all over here in the acid section. And then you have pH, high pH of alkaline, which is healing. Alkaline emotions like love and forgiveness and joy and laughter. Alkaline healing will bring the cells into a new posture of healing, strength, energy. But the acid pH potential of hydrogen, it will destroy your body. It will destroy your body. And that's why a lot of women do not heal their breast cancer, because they don't get out of the acid pH of shame, unforgiveness, resentment, fear. If you go into the typical sick care system, you're going to have a lot of fear, because the chemo and the poison, the toxic drugs they give you are going to make you feel like you're in hell. So that's why every day I'm doing a live video on TikTok and to remind people that nature is the solution. Nature is what's going to bring your vibration up. The beach, the sand, the wind, the water, the trees, the birds, the bees. That's the pH of alkalinity that will help you get out of the fear, anger, and shame, which is, as she said, anger. That's acidic pH that will destroy your cells and lower your energy level. So tonight, this is our focus. And I don't know why I had, no, Megan Kelly, I don't want to do that. So I want you to especially be aware that you can send me an email anytime or a text. If you go to my website, yourholisticlifecoach.com, you can send me an email if you have any questions or ideas about the type of information you'd like to hear from me. I'm very open to bringing you information and a show that directly addresses your concerns, your problems. I do research all day long, and mostly on YouTube, but lately YouTube is all about Charlie Kirk. I have never seen so much information about one person and their journey. Now, there was a young man who was hung from a tree in Mississippi, and I did a show on that last week. So other than that, all we're seeing on YouTube is Charlie Kirk. Now, here's the lesson from that. There's a message for this. It's no reason to get into hatred or resentment about who this person was. We need to get into wisdom and discernment about why is this person being talked about so much. And part of it is, if you go to watch Candace Owen, I don't care what anybody says, this courageous Black woman is leading the investigation better than the FBI, because the FBI is throwing out a lot of BS. We are not that stupid anymore. FBI, CIA, whatever. We're not that stupid anymore. A lot of the stuff they're coming up with is crazy, is comical, is comedy. For instance, the text messages supposedly, allegedly, that this Robinson guy, unfortunately, is my last name, but not me, but not related to me in any way. They're allegedly these text messages that this Robinson Tyler was sending to his so-called lover. Already 2 people have read them on their YouTube show. One is a comedian named Sammy Obeid. I love this guy. He read the whole text message and made a joke out of the whole thing. how Gen Z or Gen X, whoever this Tyler is, does not use that kind of language. Nope, not that was all made up. So most of what we're seeing around Charlie Kirk is a test of your discernment, your wisdom, and your knowledge of how the government runs. It's like, don't believe anything. Don't believe a word. Don't believe a word. It's not true. Because many experts, especially some of my friends and people on Rumble, where we've been in the rabbit hole since COVID for a long time. We know what the deal is here. Don't believe anything that's coming out in the mainstream media. This government has an agenda. And that's what this, I think all this Charlie Kirk information is all about: discernment. What is the government trying to do here? And a lot of it is about learning, controlling, bringing about reasons to censor, control, and so many other things. But be careful. Just be careful. Don't put all your trust and faith in the government whatsoever. FBI, it's a clown show right now, in my opinion. And just watch Candace Owen, because she's angry and doing some really deep work. I know some people don't want to follow her, but the sister is on point with the investigation, bringing out the BS. That's all I have to say. And so don't fall for the okie dokie on CNN, ABC, CNN. All those major networks are not going to tell you the truth, because what? They're owned by a few people who are only going to put out their own agenda to make us look stupid, for one, to believe them that this is really what happened. Come on now. If you just go do your research, it's not what we're not getting the truth from the FBI or the government. And then there's all these distractions. So then that can bring up the fear and the anger. So tonight we want to pay attention to what is the spiritual lesson or the soul lesson for you. It's different for each one of us. Why? Because if you believe in past lives, you know your journey was probably different from mine. And even if you don't believe in past lives, just look at your birth mother and father. And what have you gone through since your birth that was different from, say, my birth and your neighbor's birth and all the other people's birth? It will tell you a lot about your soul purpose and why you're here. And what are the lessons you came to learn? The fear and anger will dissipate, go away when you focus on what's my soul purpose, what's my soul lesson, and how do I move forward and evolve? Because as my brother Neb Taharka says, the solution is evolution to everything. If you're struggling in any way, if you're living in a storage unit, I saw a guy today doing a video in the storage unit with all the doors. He was on the aisle doing a video in his storage unit. That is evolution, though. He is in a position where that's his home now, the storage unit place. And he's creating something in that place to make money. Obviously, if you got to live in the storage unit, you probably need to make some money to get out of that storage unit, right? So the fear and anger is leaving as he creates videos for YouTube, TikTok. He was creating a video for TikTok in his storage unit location, up and down the aisles. And I thought it was funny as heck. I was entertained by it. So how can you create humor in your life if you're struggling with anything, whether it's your health or something else? What are you struggling with? Now, I got a text here from Brother Eddie, the numerology man, the numbers man. And I want to read it because it just goes to show you the synchronicity of the planets right now. Used to be the sunset and the sunrise were at different times. But right now, they're almost syncing exactly. For instance, today's the autumn equinox fall. Thank you. Time to change is what he's saying. And he says Here in Wisconsin, it's a 6:38 sunrise and a 6:50 sunset. So there's a difference of like 12 minutes in the times of sunset and sunrise. In Chicago, 6:37 sunrise and 6:49 sunset. So a difference of 12 minutes there. In San Francisco, a 6:56 sunrise and a 7:07 sunset. That doesn't happen all year. So now we're in this really harmonious, unified energy that we need to tap into and become aligned with. You might want to get up at sunset now and go to bed at sunset, or sunrise and go to bed at sunset, or at least slow down, because the rhythm is telling us something. He says Titusville, Florida, 7:11 sunrise, 7:20 sunset. Valdosta, Georgia, 7:21 sunrise, 7:30 sunset. New York City, 6:42 sunrise and a 6:54 sunset. Thank you, Eddie. It just proves how the universe is sending us a message to get in alignment with nature. Get in alignment with the sun and the moon. Even if you don't know what's going on with the other planets, this is a great time to just focus on the sun and the moon energy and be in the rhythm of it so that you can be blessed. And you can stop having fear and anger about what's going on in this third dimensional level. Move into a fourth dimension where you don't always see everything, but you feel it and you know it, like the sunset and the sunrise. You know what's going on by the rhythm of the universe, the nature, the birds, the bees. Okay, this is so exciting for us to tap into this new energy of waning, the waxing. Actually, the moon's going to be in a waxing mode tonight, so it's going to get brighter and brighter, brighter and brighter, and the path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shines brighter and brighter and brighter. So here we are together tonight, preparing for this new energy to take us to a new level of emotions, of joy, love, peace, purpose, purpose, purpose. Because we are here to evolve, we are here to learn lessons. Whatever happens to you this week, think about this. Whatever happens to you this week, and it seems negative, it seems challenging, it's a time to pause, take a deep breath, and say, now what is the lesson in this event? It's going to happen. I'm going to guarantee you. This week, you're going to have some challenges show up, whether it's a missed appointment, a missed accident of some mild nature. You're going to say, what the heck, whatever. And remember that this is the moment for you to evolve, to get out of fear and anger and say, what is the lesson here? And the lesson is usually, it's time for me to evolve into love, forgiveness, understanding, patience, joy. I'm having this every time my grandchildren show up. The lesson for me is always patience, love, and understanding. As much as I want to give them an ass beating or whooping in my mind, it's like the things he does, the things he says, my grandson, and sometimes I'm thinking my parents would have gave us a butt whipping for that. It happens all the time. And I remind my grandchildren, if you were back in the day with my parents, you would have got a butt whipping, because that was just so disrespectful. But my son is in this mode of having a softer discipline because of the divorce situation and the anxiety that these kids are feeling. Their mother has a new boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. Grandma has learned to get into patience mode, understanding mode, love mode. And here's the other thing, humor. Some of the things that my grandson says, for instance, here's how you transfer transfer fear, anger, anger, whatever, into humor. My grandson thinks that this shed was sitting here on this property empty, nothing in it but some tools for landscaping or whatever. He thinks I'm taking advantage of my son. I'm not paying rent. He says we should get rid of this shed and make room for him to play soccer. This shed is in the way of his desire, his expectations, and his plans to be a soccer player. Okay, grandma needs to move out and go somewhere else. And I'm like, oh boy. I said, I turned it into humor. I said, this is what I love about you, Joan. His name's Joan. You can be so immature in your confidence. He is so confident at 9 years old that he's right about everything. And I look at him and say, you are just funny now. You're just funny. And then he might laugh or get serious. But that was like, I wasn't offended at all. My son said, Mom, don't worry about that. I said, I'm not worried about that. This child has and Mama AZ is always telling me, that grandson's very special. And, he's here to fine tune you. And she's right. She's right. Because I don't have to get into a mode of, you need your butt whipped. How dare you disrespect me? I get into this mode of, how do I communicate humor to this young man and get a laugh out of what he says instead of being serious about, how dare you disrespect me? Because in our parents' generation, I'm a baby boomer. In our parents' generation, they didn't take that disrespect at all. At all. They've been disrespected at the job, racism. They felt all this negative energy. When they came home, they didn't take no BS from their children. You got the strap. All they did is get the strap out, ironing cord, whatever. You're going to get a butt whipping because I'm not taking any BS from you when I've taken it all day long from my coworkers, from people on the street. But as a baby boomer now, and baby boomers did the same thing with their children, right? They didn't take any BS from their children either. They just got the strap out. This generation has not had the racial negativity that our generation and our parents' generation had. So they're trying to do things a little more milder and more sensitive to the children because they aren't getting the disrespect that baby boomers or their parents got. So it's a new day for me. I stay in humor mode most of the time with my grandchildren instead of anger. How dare you disrespect me? What's wrong with you? Don't you know who I am? I'm your grandmother. Well, how dare you? And it's like, it's so much more healing for me to not get angry and hold on to it and say, oh, that boy needs a butt whipping and blah, blah, blah. I have so much more peace about why I'm here in this shed next to the house where the grandchildren come, and then they don't tell me what to do at all because I know my purpose here. I know my assignment here is to walk in the truth and the wisdom and the love and patience that I'm growing in, evolving in. Okay, so that's what we want for you tonight. See, I got another comment here. Zelda says, has Jonah turned to a comedian? Hidden talents test us. Absolutely. He's not the comedian so much. Yeah, he is a comedian. Right. That's right, Zelda. I have to point out to him how funny he is. Yeah, you're right. He has become a comedian instead of having tantrum attacks, screaming. He screams and at the top of his voice when he doesn't get his way. And when grandma and even his dad, I'm promoting with his dad to turn this situation into something funny because we cannot let this child get a handle on us or get a hold or trigger us into anger anymore. It's not happening. And my son and I are doing really well in not raising our voice when this child thinks he's going to control everything. In fact, instead, we look at him, as Zelda said, as a comedian. He's a comedian. That was really funny, Jonah, that you want to throw grandma out of her head. I just spent 10 grand to remodel, renovate this whole place. And you're thinking we should get rid of grandma and put a soccer field here. Right, Jonah. You are the comedian of the day. So that's what we're doing this week as well. Let's practice turning these situations into humor. That's what we do. That's how we evolve. Instead of getting angry and create acid in our body and discomfort. And Eddie says, yes, indeed. What is your gift and or purpose? Using numbers to reveal your purpose. Absolutely. Using the numbers to reveal our purpose. And as Dr. Mumbai said, on the September 27th is going to be a 999. That's huge. Energetically, numerically, we all need to take full advantage of September 27th, 2025 as an alignment time and get our emotions into alkalinity check, not acid, anger, fear, shame, resentment, uh, whatever, depression. Coming out of that, this is the pre time, the preparation time for 999, the next 999, 92725, to be in full joy, full peace, humor, laughter, and more. All alkaline emotions, laughter, humor, joy, happiness, laughter, all of that. That's what we're, if been in fear and anger too much about, especially about politics, you got to turn these political shows into humor because that's what they are, a big clown show to me. Oh my goodness. The FBI director, the president, the senators, they're all getting paid by APAC, the Zionist lobbyists. So everything they do is motivated by money, 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 money. Everything. I don't care. There are very few politicians who are not being paid to perform the way they do. So if you ever go on the CPAC or whatever that C-SPAN and watch some of these shows, just have a glass of wine or popcorn and just have some fun with it. Laugh, laugh, like don't take anything they do seriously. Because as we rise up and become the priestesses, the queens, the kings of our kingdom, this body, master design, we don't have to pay any attention to them. It's just entertainment. Our government is for entertainment. You take your power back when you use this command center to command things to happen in your life that you need to happen and not wait for the government to do it. So for the last few minutes, I want to put on my Kaya meditation music, and let's just take some deep breaths together and breathe into this new energy of the moon. And remember where we came from, Africa. All of us came from this beautiful continent called Africa, which is in a serious energy of transformation right now. So let's just send some prayers to Africa, prayers to your community, your relatives who are struggling, and believe that we can make the difference. Breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it master of this perfect divine breathing in, breathing in purpose, divine purpose to authentic self. No more slave to the matrix or the government. Evolving into our authentic, beautiful, royal self. This is the new us today. As the moon is waxing, getting brighter, brighter, so are we. We will rise brighter and the African queen coming forth. all races, black, white, yellow, orange, you all come with natural beauty. So take on the majesty of your being. Whisper of using the numbers pay attention breathe in, take a deep breath in, breathe in joy, peace, love, forgiveness, anticipation, good things, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And that is the challenge I have for you this week, especially. Find gratitude in everything that happens. That is a huge challenge for most people. But I tell you, the blessings are so great when you can express gratitude for everything that happens, even death, because death is going to reveal to you the new birth that's coming after that death. And even death from friends, relatives, they're going to a more peaceful place. I am so of the mind that whatever death comes, whatever transition comes to my family, friends, they're going to be better off. They're going to be much better off. No more pain, no more suffering, no more struggle. Detach, detach, detach from people in your life who you think should not leave you. No. If someone is suffering, struggling, in pain, peace comes when they leave their body. So keep that in mind. And here's a message from Eddie Harris. He says, Charlie Kirk is a major distraction. Any time wasted on this is information loss, wasting time on any distraction, taking you off your square, out your lane. So if you don't see the lessons in this Charlie Kirk for your good, then yeah, it's a distraction. Because I see all kinds of lessons in this whole scenario that make me laugh. I have a serious nature, and when I look at the clown show with the FBI and all this, it's a great show. It's a comedy, and because I'm just so aware of what's going on. But if you're distracted by that and you get into anger and hate, you need to move on. Stop it. Move on. Because as he said, it's a distraction. And the word that keeps coming to me in spirit is stay in your lane. What do you hear? What is your assignment? My assignment is to help my grandchildren, to bring you the truth, to bring you messages from spirit, and mind your own business. My business is to gain knowledge and truth about everything around us, especially the fourth dimension. Especially the fourth dimension. So, if this has been helpful, if you've have received any blessings from this, be sure and like and subscribe and give me a thumbs up on this video so we can keep the algorithms going and all the stuff that goes with YouTube, and keep me protected actually too. The more check marks and check up and likes and subscribe, I'm protected as they realize there's some important things going on here. And then my Cash App is hash or $ Vieta Robinson if you feel led to donate. I'm always ready to receive gifts from any of my listeners. So let's see, we got one more comment, I think. Brown McNeil, I believe that's my cousin in Chicago. She says, thank you. And we say, thank us. Thank us, US meaning United Spirits, United Souls. We are united in our purpose here to evolve, to raise our consciousness about everything we experience, that it's here to teach us a lesson and to bring us into a place of peace, love, joy, and gratitude, because that's the alkaline energy that will heal anything in your body. Peace, love, joy, gratitude, healing, 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 every day, every way. So with that said, I think I got all the comments. Thank you all for joining me collectively. Let's let the waxing moon be our mirror for us to wax greater and greater. Righteous, the path of the righteous, brighter and brighter. And as the moon waxes, resonate, connect with, harmonize with that moon. And remember who you are. So namaste to all my yogi friends. Sat Nam. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe O to all my brothers and sisters out there. And shalom. Everybody have a great evening and a good week. Get out in nature. Hug a tree. Hug a tree. Shalom.